Hi! Thanks to Bri and his immense tallness and beautiful voice and guitar skills for warming up the metaphorical Younow seat for me with his... that was weird. Hi! Hi! Yeah, you are my home swizzles, whether you like it or not. Okay. I like that there's all these lurkers here. With good company. Prank call Tyler Oakley. I don't think I have his mobile number, so that's not going to happen, unfortunately. I could prank tweet him, but then he probably wouldn't notice because I wouldn't have to do it from Danisnotonfire. Oh dear. The sadness. Hi! 3 people said they've never been to one of these before. Oh god, pressure to be interesting. Right. Post the tweets. Tell everybody I'm here. Save the Tumblr post. How are we all doing? Oh no, don't answer that, don't answer that. I have to ask you all in 1 second. You need my... Oh god, I just tweet... Oh my god. What I tweeted is totally gross. Oh no. Oh, that's so gross. Oh god, look what I just tweeted. I said Uncle Dan. I shouldn't refer to myself as Uncle. It makes me sound like an internet sex predator. I should tweet that. Oh no. Oh, me getting off to a good start. Okay. 50-year-old internet. I take that. There we go. Okay, I've apologized for referring to myself as Uncle Dan. Wow, that's cringe. I'll paste that into what I post on Facebook too. Okay, pasted. There we go. At least there were no typos. That's the only way it could possibly go any worse within the first 4 seconds of the show. Hi, how has my weather been? Said a few people. My day has been good. The weather's been very sunny. I was forced to go outside to meet somebody, so that was fun. A bit scary. It involved me getting dressed. I wear pajamas pretty much 24/7 because if you're not living with, you know, parents or friends or flatmates that you feel are judging you, you get dressed. Whereas I never get dressed, so it was rare that I actually put on jeans that I'm currently still wearing. There you go. There's my crotch. That's good. No hole in it yet, which is the most exciting thing that's happening in my life at the moment. Someone said they got to dress up as a llama from Sports Day. That sounds terrifying. Are we still talking about Capri Sun? No. Okay. If you're wondering what happened with Capri Sun Gate, I've seen commercials. It's pronounced Capri Sun. That is it. It is pronounced Capri Sun, and everyone in England that says Capri Sun, they're just wrong. But we will keep being wrong, because that's what British people are good at doing, just pronouncing words like Anthony as Anthony and stuff like that. And now people are disagreeing. No, it's definitely Capri Sun. I saw the adverts. Okay. Like GIF and GIF. Exactly. Let's just choose to keep calling it GIF, because GIF sounds incredibly stupid. It sounds like I'm going to do something in a jiffy. Jiffy lube. There's just things that sound like it that are wrong. I swear it's a cleaning product. Anyway, so guys in chat, this is all about me and you and the intimate time we're going to have with each other right now. If you're just watching this, it's a lot easier to participate than you think because I literally just read the chat the whole time. So if you're not in the chat, just log in with Facebook and press the Become a Fan button, and then you're just surrounded by all these terrifying buttons that you'll have no idea what to do. But you can click in the text box and then you can talk to me, because that's how I'll be communicating with people. Speaking of which, how are we all doing on this fine Tuesday at 9 PM BST? How is it all doing? In one word, how are you feeling? If you say necrophilia, please punch yourself in the kidneys. Just Grace is feeling lovely. Veronica's feeling spludgy. That's strange. Danielle's hungry. Stephanie's sick. Jasmine's feeling relatable. Okay. Great, sexy, amazeballs, awkward, nervous. There's no reason to be nervous. There's no actual human interaction happening right now. You could mute me, and then the human interaction ends. Scrumptious. I'm swell, said Hope. Nice name, Hope. Hyper in caps lock with spaces between the letters. Wow, you must be hyper. You better slow down before you have an accident. Okay. Fan-freaking-tastic, says Alyssa. Drunk, said somebody. Are you really drunk watching my live show? That doesn't sound like a fun evening. That doesn't sound like I just got back from a night out and now I'm watching this. That sounds like I've been drinking at home by myself and now I'm watching your live show and crying. I hope that's not the case, because that'd probably be why I'd be drunk at Tuesday on 9. Anyway. Have we forgiven me for the uncle thing? I can't believe I said I was an uncle on Twitter. I didn't think that through. Sit on Uncle Dan's knee whilst I get arrested. Oh dear. So yeah, how's the weather been recently? Because I bumped into a few of you guys recently, and I don't understand. God, one thing I never got from geography lessons is how it can be a different season in Australia. Because in my head, I thought that winter was when we were furthest away from the sun, when we were doing our lap of the solar system. So how can it be the opposite season, just on a different side of the world? Surely we're the same distance away from the sun. I don't get these things. But I still managed to blag an A because I'm a jammy bastard that doesn't deserve anything. That will basically be my epitaph. Jammy bastard, did not deserve life. Dan, you're so swaggy, said Kira. Thank you. That's what I'm aiming for. The Earth is tilted, Dan. That doesn't... Okay, my friend tried to... you gave us the wrong link, Dan, did I? Probably. Younow.com. Oh, that's just it, is it? Well, that sounds fun. They can find me. It'll be cool. So what's the weather like where you are right now? Did I send everybody to strange singing? I thought it was good singing, that random girl in the chat. Okay, I'll amend the tweet to link people to my room and not room with random girl. Okay. Thanks for telling me, otherwise that girl's probably just gained loads of fans, so this is good for you. Oops, I am here, not random person on the internet. After doing this for 9 months, I totally know what I'm doing. And then the link. Okay, there we go. Thanks, guys. What would I do without you? I would be nothing, is the answer to that. Okay. Seriously, if you guys aren't here to point out my flaws, then I just wouldn't be able to learn from everything, and I'd just be a walking train wreck. So there we go. The rain had a sex change, said somebody. That is an interesting metaphor that I haven't heard before. Do you have gauges? No, I just have holes. Look. Yeah, there we go. Dan's ears. How interesting. And I'm just going to keep stabbing myself in the head because I have no idea how to do this. Oh, Dan, you already are a train wreck. Thanks, Raina, for saying that. That's reassuring. That's good. Oh, who's talking to me on Facebook? Do I have friends? Oh no, it's Pizza Hut texting me. Okay, that's embarrassing. So, how are we all doing? Stephanie wants to have a Spotify update. Okay, right. What have we missed? For everybody who's joining right now, I'm doing my traditional Dan tradition. I don't know what else a tradition could be described as. Of going to my Spotify and telling you my most listened to artist, which is thoroughly exciting, isn't it? Why am I singing that? Okay, Spotify has loaded. Guess what my most listened to artist and album is, and you will win one Danisnotonfire live show point, which is redeemable nowhere other than your inner pride. Hannah Montana, said Lindsay. No, it was Miley Cyrus last week, wasn't it? Do you remember when I watched the Miley Cyrus video? Previously on Danisnotonfire's live show, he got traumatized by the amount of twerking. Yeah, okay, everyone's right. It's still Yeezus. I'm still listening to it. The more I listen to it, the more I like it. I really like Yeezus by Kanye West, and that's what I've been listening to all this time. And then apparently Daft Punk, followed by Disclosure, followed by The Ant-Word, followed by Nina Simone, a tribute to Billie Holiday, of course, and yeah, there we go. So that's what I've been up to recently, musically. Fantastic. What about you guys in the chat, as this is the reason I do this, is to have a live conversation with you guys, who... Don't be mean about Miley Cyrus. What are you guys listening to at the moment that's new? Not like eight years ago songs. Hunter Hayes, said Lauren. Hunter Hayes. He's blonde. Hunter Hayes said Jessica as well. What's with this guy? No, in the whale. My sister says you look different. It's the face transplant. That's what it is. Fall Out Boy. What's wrong with old songs? Nothing's wrong with old songs. It's just I could probably guess what songs you've been listening to. Pierce the Veil, David Bowie. I listen to stuff. Mariana's Trench and Daft Punk. Pierce the Veil, Falling in Reverse. Mac Miller. Hey. News as usual, said Susie. Everything, said Serena. That's not true. You cannot listen to everything simultaneously. It's just not possible. Of Montreal. We are in the crowd. Check out you. Okay, and there's Maria with S Club 7. I was about to compliment you guys, and then Maria just chimes in with S Club 7. There's nothing wrong with S Club 7. It's not even an ironic appreciation of it. Pop music was like so bad around the time S Club 7 happens. I mean, there was some like Britney Spears pop that was good, but British pop was just so crap. Like Steps and S Club 7 was just so shit. It was unbelievable. None of these things will be remembered forever. Oh, my life was S Club 7. I just used to watch S Club 7. Someone said I've lost my southern accent. Every word with an A in it, I've lost my southern accent, but then I still sound kind of obnoxiously articulate with every other word. So it's like an Australian person that's been living in England for 2 years, or like a British person that's moved to America for 2 years. It's just a weird train wreck somewhere in the middle. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Thanks, Ma, for becoming a fan. Good luck negotiating this website. Have you played The Last of Us yet, said Ashley. No, it's still here from the last time I did my live show. It's literally been on the end of the sofa for a week since last time. I'm yet to play it because I'm busy. How boring is that, right? Check out me with my busyness. I wrote down the most interesting thing that's happened this week because I always forget, because obviously I have the memory of an old person that's dying at any moment. Have you watched New Dexter, said Charlie. No, I'm watching it tonight. I'm so excited for New Dexter. Oh my god, if you don't watch Dexter and you're old enough to watch Dexter, watch Dexter, because it's a good show. Taylor says you keep freaking freezing. Then stop torrenting porn. God, seriously. You can't expect to just download terabytes of your favourite whatever and look at me. So did we watch the radio show? Who watched the radio show on Sunday night with the bloody Wellington boot thing? I'm just saying, like, if you don't watch mine and Phil's radio show, we do this thing at like 8 o'clock where we do a challenge live on camera, and it's usually something funny, but the last 2 weeks it's been really physical because we haven't come up with the ideas. The people that work on our show have suggested them, and we did sleeping bag caterpillar racing the week before, which was just the most degrading thing I've ever done. And then last Sunday, we had to put Wellington boots on our hand and then do an obstacle course like horses that were show jumping. That was it. That was the limit. Okay, I was so done with that. It was so horrifically demeaning that I put an end to it. That's just the end. So it's going to be absolutely no physical exertion from now on because I'm not fit enough. I could die, basically. If there's anyone in the Music Plus channel, look, there's 500 people in the Music Plus channel that are probably just like, what the hell is happening? That's cool. Do you like chocolate milk? Yeah, but I never buy it because it's like super bad. How sad is that, right? Oh my god. Hey, I'm here, what did I miss, said Christina. Nothing, everyone's feeling necrophilic like usual, and I've still been listening to Kanye West. That's what happens if you just got here, basically. I don't know, guys. Is it just me, or does the space from March to July feel like it's been like 10 years? When I'm thinking of what's happened since kind of March to now, it feels like it's gone really quickly, like it's just blinked and it's happened, but it feels like 100 years has happened, and I don't know why, because some months go super quickly, but I honestly feel like I've aged by 400 years just in the last 3 months, because time is so slow, which is good, because as young people we'll just be instantly depressed as soon as we hit 29, so about our youth. So let's just enjoy how slow and depressing life is at the moment. Hey, Elise thinks it's gone too fast. Maybe. I wonder what makes it go fast or slow. I think it's busyness. I think if you're in school and then you come home and just play video games all day, time goes really quickly. Whereas if you're busy, then it goes painfully slowly. I suppose being busy is good, kind of. Oh God. Louise and a bunch of other people want to know, how's Animal Crossing going? I'll fire it up now and give you a look. I bet there's so many people in the world that are just like, what the fuck is Animal Crossing and why is everyone talking about it? It's just this game on the 3DS where you have your town that's populated with anthropomorphic animals and you just do nothing. You just fish and you pretend to plant flowers and you sell the fish that you catch to a shop to buy carpet for your imaginary house is basically what's happening. And once I know what a dream suite is, I will share it. But yeah, if you want to see, that's my character right there, wearing a Jason hockey mask and St. Peter's cross on my t-shirt. I named the t-shirt St. Peter's Swag, and I'm selling it in my shop because that's just how cool I am. So instead of doing anything productive with my life, I've just been fishing in this DS game and then selling the fish to buy carpets for my house. So that's my life right now. Tom Nook, what a money-grubbing bastard, seriously. I bet everyone that doesn't watch it is just like, what? I don't get this game. It looks so boring. It kind of is, but it becomes more important than your actual life because, yeah, why would you actually grow flowers in your garden when you could just press A to plant flowers, basically? I'm really pitching it, aren't I? Although earlier I said that it was responsible for making people furries, and then I realised that actual Animal Crossing UK follows me on Twitter, so that's awkward. I implied that it gives people alternative sexualities, which is probably not what they wanted me to say. Oh well. Have we all seen Phil's last video? If you haven't, El Compadre Amazing Phil and me have been in a video together on his channel going through his Tumblr tag, which is pretty funny. And I'm thinking of making one myself. If you haven't seen it, then you should go watch it on his Amazing Phil channel. But yeah, I'm thinking, because loads of people in the comments are like, Dan, you need to make one. I might make a video. Specifically, I'm going to cut out all the nice stuff, just all the, blah, blah, blah. Go straight past all the shitstorms and the conversations and the reaction gifs and just go straight to the horror. Just all the most terrifying and creepy things. I think it would be good. Because I've liked most of the terrifying and creepy things, so there we go. That should be fun. I think I'm going to scare all the people that don't go on Tumblr, so that'll be good. Emily has French homework. Good luck with that. Wow. Oh my God. I was so uncomfortable earlier, talking about Princess and the Freaking Pea. I was sat here browsing, in my browsing position, and I was like, my butt hurts. Why does my butt hurt so much? And I realised I was sitting on this Thor ball for about 3 hours. I was sitting on a squishy Thor... What the hell? Why do I have... This isn't mine. I'm guessing it's Phil's. Why is there a Thor ball in our lounge under my butt where I sit? What did I miss? I don't know. But yeah, that was my little Princess and the Pea moment today. Sat on a Thor. It wasn't up my butt to everybody that's just said it was literally up my butt and it was just under my butt. It's kind of stretched like he's in the back of a spoon. I'm sure Chris Hemsworth is really happy he's on squishy balls everywhere. So yeah. I lost my butt virginity to Thor's face. There we go. That came out of my mouth just then. Okay, there we go. Feelings on the new Star Trek movie. Someone asks me that every week. I liked the new Star Trek movie. Benedict Cumberbatch was good. I didn't think it was as incredible as the first one. That doesn't mean it wasn't great, because it was great. There we go. Casual Thor rimming on a Tuesday morning. I'm not appropriate for young teens, am I? Too late. Oh well. Benedict is God, said Leah. He is pretty much, isn't he? A bunch of people said, when's your next YouTube video? I will do this Tumblr thing then. I will go through the depths and just find the most horrific and hilarious things I can find, and I'll upload that on Friday night. No, subscription boxes don't work anymore, so I'm figuring I want to go back to doing weekly videos just because YouTube doesn't work anymore. Making all the YouTubers sad. Who watched New Skins last night with Effie? Was that good? I missed it because I was eating, probably, and sitting on the internet doing nothing. Watching TV. That's just a different level of procrastination. Too lazy to watch TV. Who watched Skins? Was it good? Someone said it was good. Emily said it's good. Sally said it was freaking amazing. Missy says her Wi-Fi sucks. Rachel said it was horrid. It was so good, said Rosie. Oh, fantastic. Tracy Beaker was in it. Did I read that wrong? No, she wasn't. Danny Harmer was not in it. I need to watch it, don't ruin it. No spoilers. Some people are saying meh. Some people saying good but different. Well, yeah, it was a one-off, wasn't it? Could I be your prom date on Friday? Said somebody. No, probably not. I might be busy on Friday, because I don't know who you are and I'll probably get arrested. Greetings from Israel, said Yunow. Hi. I've given up on sin, said Simran. I think we all gave up on it eventually. Are you still doing the Super Amazing Project? Me and Phil will just do seasonal specials of the Super Amazing Project, but we stopped it to do the radio show because we basically took all the ideas and made them better, like internet news. I'm going to a vegan restaurant tomorrow. Vegans, what are your restaurants like? Because that's happening. What should I expect? Will everything be made out of soy? What happens if a vegan is allergic to soy? What do they eat? Cardboard. What a hell that would be to live. Being lactose intolerant would be like hell for me, just because I'm only things with horrific amounts of fat in them. Grass and dust, said people. Okay. Grass and dust, that's what soy intolerant vegans eat. Grass and dust. Great. Oh yeah, do you like my Legend of Zelda 3DS? Because I'm a massive dork. I'm a lacto, but I still eat cheese because cheese. I appreciate your sacrifice, Georgina. I think I would. I wouldn't be able to exist. So yeah, that'll be fun. Vegan restaurant. Don't know why that's happening. Because I have funky friends that are into like I have friends. Vegans are allergic to soy. They die, said Amber. I think you just have to eat salad. That'll be fine. Cassie makes a good point. There are still vegetables out there. Yes. Tofu is the nectar of gods. It's good, although I tried to cook tofu once and it went horribly wrong. It went horribly wrong. Seriously. It's like in those horrible programs where they like suck the fat out of really like fat people with lipo and then they show all the fat they've sucked out. That's what it looked like when I tried to make tofu. It all fell apart and it just looked like horrible biological insides that didn't look very appealing to eat. So yeah, that was my experience of cooking with tofu. But oh god, guys, I saw a mouse. That happened. I thought this apartment was mouse-free. If you don't know, for several months we've had a mouse running around, and then we didn't see it for like 2 months. And it came back. I saw it last night being a sneaky bastard and trying to, or should I say, it was a sneaky bastard, and it was trying to eat the things in my kitchen. Bastard, not bastard. Yeah, I saw the mouse. Might just kill it. Don't know how. And then cry about it afterwards. I figure I could just somehow capture it and then pray to Jesus afterwards, because then I'll feel better. Everyone's telling me to get a cat. I suppose cats look after themselves, but what would happen when I went to VidCon? It would just be left. That's a thing. Anthony and Canal thoughts. It's like the YouTube royal wedding, Anthony and Canal. I'm so happy. I hate them because they're so happy together. I think we should all hate Anthony from Smosh and his girlfriend for getting engaged because they're so wonderfully happy. But I'm ultimate cuteness. I think I died when I heard it happen. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum. Yeah, so that happened in Japan of all the things. God, no one can top that, can they? Have you ever been to Amsterdam? Yes, I have. It was good. Madison says, "Do you wear chapstick?" I don't wear chapstick, and I always have really chapped lips. And then you guys like to point out how chapped my lips are in the winter because I just look like I have a menagerie of vaginas across my face, which is a horrific mental image. That's incredibly disturbing. But yeah, that's what my lips look like in the winter because I don't wear chapstick. I probably should. Talk about your experience with The Wanted. Oh, Jesus Christ. God. So, on Sunday, me and Phil were just lurking in the Radio 1 building before our show, and I think the Wanted just happened to be there because they were doing something for the chart show that they were on before, and we heard that they were coming into the room as we were leaving the room. I did not want to meet the Wanted. I never, you guys might want to meet your favourite pop stars. I never want to meet my favourite pop stars. Even if I saw Matt Bellamy from News, I probably wouldn't go introduce myself to him, A, because of my crippling social awkwardness, and B, because it wouldn't improve their day in any way. It would probably just be an inconvenience to them. So they wouldn't, we figured the Wanted won't know who me and Phil are, so we don't want to have to awkwardly introduce ourselves to them. So we thought, okay, as soon as the door opens, we are just going to dart past them with our heads down and just avoid all awkwardness. So we left the room, and then Jay McGuinness from The Wanted is like, Dan, oh, Phil, by the way, I like your YouTube videos. And I was like, they're talking to me. Okay, this wasn't expected. And by then, I'd run across half the room, so this was like awkward shouting. And I was like, oh, really? Cool, thanks. And then Phil was like, Dan, he just said that he likes our videos. You should say hi. So then I turn around, and they're still walking away as we're still walking away. And it's really awkward because they tried to talk to us, and we just ran past them. So we thought they wouldn't want to talk to us, but then they tried to talk to us, and we just ran past them and ignored them, and then couldn't hear them because we were on the other side of the room. And then I think it was Nathan and Tom were like, yeah, watch your videos. And we were like, okay, cool, thanks. And it was so awkward because we just ran past them and ignored them, and then tried to desperately salvage the end of the conversation after ignoring them. So that was, I spent the next 2 hours just pacing backwards and forwards at just ignoring half of the Wanted sentence and then trying to shout the rest of it at them as they went through a door. My life is just... I like how Christine says, Dan, sweet haircut. The reason I'm playing with my hair is because I'm getting a haircut tomorrow because it looks messy. So I like meeting you guys because whether you think you believe it or not, you guys usually aren't very awkward. If I ever bump into one of you, it's usually, hi, I watch you on the internet, how are you doing? As opposed to me meeting the Wanted, which made me want to cry. So that happened. Although I was much more terrified that time we met One Direction. Just wanted to cry internally. Oh, I hate being at Radio 1. It was just traumatic. I think I should just be locked in a room, and if I'm going to do any internet-y or radio things, it should just be brought to me in the room that I'm locked in to just avoid all human interaction. I think that's the only safe way to do it. What would you do if you met One Direction? I met One Direction, Adriana, and I freaked out internally, but had to do a video with them, so I composed myself, and then freaked out afterwards. How long are these shows, Dan? Usually till 10, unless I ramble on inanely, which I do. Most of this is just me rambling off a tangent. Have you heard about your Crave challenge yet? No, but as you guys asked me to, I asked them to send me a challenge, so and now I'm waiting to see what incredibly degrading challenge they're gonna send me to do. Although after what they made Phil and Alex Day and a bunch of people do, I'm really terrified of what they're gonna get me to do, as they know that I'm usually up for laughing at myself more than normal people. So maybe a placenta. I don't think that Kellogg's are going to send me a placenta, Amanda. I don't think that's how they work. No. PewDiePie's moving to the UK. No, he's not. Is he? Is that a thing? Fangirling. He definitely doesn't know who I am. Kristen, yes, I am doing the Tumblr thing like Phil has done. I'm going to film that and post it on Friday. Yeah, he is. Is he? Oh, that's cool. Why isn't he moving to LA? Brighton. Brighton's nice. God, I'm not up to date on my PewDiePie news. Brighton is a nice place to live. See, unlike all us media wankers that need to live in London to be in on the scene, a gamer who just makes gaming videos can live in the country or somewhere really nice where they don't have to be connected. Because vloggers and people like Freddie Wong and Tom Scar, they need to be where it's happening, so you can collaborate with your friends and be where YouTube is. And now everyone's telling me, I mean, you know, if you're just a daily vlogger or a gamer, you can actually move to a nice area of the country where old people go to die. I do like Brighton. I went there once because my friend went there for uni. It's like the classy version of Brighton, Blackpool, which, if you don't know, there's a place in the UK called Blackpool, which is like hell. It's just like hell. It's the worst place ever. It's like if someone took a nice seaside town and then there was the kind of post-apocalyptic or Nazi alternate universe version of the same town, basically. Sorry if you live in Blackpool, but it's literally the worst place I've ever been. Hey, I came from Reading. That was a dump. I'm sure you are lovely if you live in Blackpool, but I was just a very terrified person when I went to Blackpool. I felt like I think it's because they have like a maximum security prison there, and then they just make people move out of the prison into the town. Yeah, so that's fun. Again, sorry if you live in Blackpool. It's not personal. I was just very terrified the one time I went there. You've obviously never been to Middlesbrough, said somebody. I love Blackpool Zoo. It has a good zoo, I hear. You're right. What about the guys living in US or around the world? Where do you think is hell? I think Calais in France is hell, whenever you go there on the train, on the Eurostar. Chester Zoo is better. I've been to Chester Zoo. You can't just say entire states are like hell, guys. I'm asking. People are like, Utah, Detroit. You can't just say Utah is hell. What's a specific place? Naples in Italy. Isn't that nice? There's a place called in Norway called hell. Yeah, I know that. It's a good little Norway fact, isn't it? Harlem. Is it? When they're not busy shaking. Ha 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 ha. My brother's room, said Emily. Little Rock. Ayr in Scotland. Chicago. Anywhere in Kansas. Wigan in England. Gotta love Wigan. Langford in Canada. Nice to know. And how many of you guys live in these hellish places that you're currently insulting? Because I swear to God, I came from this town called Wokingham, which, it was in a magazine, is supposed to have like the highest quality of life out of anywhere in England. I did not get that from going there. If you went out on a Friday night in Wokingham, you'd definitely get stabbed or mugged or just thrown things at. So I don't like to think what the rest of the country's like, if that's supposed to apparently be the... I think they just mean like the air is healthy or something. Oh dear. It's funny how some people look back on the places they grew up as beautiful, idyllic, peaceful places, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, literally never going back there ever, except for Christmas maybe. Or if I have to for someone's birthday. Oh dear. Manchester, said Katie. I love Manchester though. Manchester was a really nice city. I guess the outskirts of Manchester can be pretty rough, but the town centre of Manchester gets the official Dan sticker of approval. It does indeed. Boop, 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 boop. Michelle said, I can't hear you. Unplug your headphones. Turn up the sound. Pump up the jam. So yeah, I had a good day the other day. I was walking through town and there's a shop called Selfridges which sells fancy clothes, and they were having an 80% sale, and I nearly fell over and had a fit, so I bought a bunch of t-shirts that were like really expensive but were now like £10, and I was like, oh my god. So that was fun. I did my biannual shopping. A lot of people like to complain that I always wear the same t-shirts. I don't think you realize how often you wear the same clothes. If I make like a bunch of videos in a month and people are like, you're repeating t-shirts. I know. Think of the environment, guys. I can't wash everything. So yeah, I did my biannual shopping and bought another one t-shirt to add to my collection. You buy expensive clothes, Dan. Justine, the key is to only ever buy things when they're on sale. Even if you buy things from like Target. Do Target sell clothes? I don't know what I'm on about. Macy's or Topshop. Just don't not buy things if they're not on sale. Because seriously, Kelly makes a good point that all my clothes are black. Yeah, I find it really funny whenever I see someone that's like, I like Dan's style. I don't have what? I don't have style. I'm just like, that's black and has a picture of a dog in it. Okay, I'll buy that. That's my fashion thought process. It's black. Okay, I'll buy it. I'm like a funeral that slid into a tar pit. That's what I like to describe my fashion as. Did you seriously just ask if Target sell clothes? I don't know about American stuff. Guys. Did you get the leather shirt? I did get the leather shirt, and then I found out that Conor Maynard has the same shirt. So now everyone's going to be like, oh, copying Conor Maynard. I only found that out because there was a big picture of him on a screen somewhere I went, and I was like, awkward. Oh, guys. Did we hear that? I live in London on a busy road, and sometimes sirens go past my house. So I like to play a game called Guess the Crime, of which it will be the third opportunity in the live show to win an official Dan live show point coupon, which is redeemable nowhere other than in your internal honor system. Okay, let's... I'm literally just going to come back to this in half an hour if no one says anything impressive enough. And this is serious business, guys. Here we go. Necrophilia says, everybody, I want to cry. Dan ignored the wanted, said Saba too soon. Target ran out of clothes to sell. Dan exercised, said Reacher. Miley Cyrus twerked too hard, said Sari. Tracking down Uncle Dan. Okay, this is not going well. Delia Smith, baked placenta, said Kaizu K. Thanks, Kaizu. Great. Have you ever killed a slug? Yeah, gross, right? Bum, ba bum, ba da ba bum. Shane Dawson reenacted another smart fix, said somebody. Oh, you went there. I love Shane Dawson. He is obviously one of the most influential YouTubers of all time. And when I was starting YouTube, Shane Dawson was one of my influences in ways. But I find it funny that it's like he's just discovered fan fiction. It's like, okay, Shane, about 2 years later than everyone else, but I'm happy for you that you're just discovering the world of fan fiction. And good for Joe Graceffa. God, I love Shane. They found out my plan to attack the mouse. Could be that. I'm liking I ignored the wanted again. I linked this live show wrong on Twitter twice. No, I didn't. I can't have. Oh, the link just doesn't work then. That's great. Okay. My URL doesn't work. That's fantastic. It's good to know that that's the problem. I guess people can see the big Danisnotonfire sign at the end. Seriously, if they come to Younow and they still don't know where to go after there's a giant Danisnotonfire button, then they should probably never try to get a driver's license. The point I'll make. Yeah, it's a good thing. Okay, so the people that made points about the wanted and me working out Conor Maynard's t-shirt all get unrefundable coupons. Aaron H wants to know how I came up with my name. A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but some people like to think it was to do with the band Alexisonfire. It's not. It's just when I was a 13-year-old, you know when you're a very young, cringeworthy, horrible person and you're very random and everything's really random. I just came up with the name Danisnotonfire and it was really random and I made that my account on everything. And about 6 years later, I didn't want to make new accounts for everything, so I stuck with Danisnotonfire. That is the glamorous story behind that. Someone said, what's your relationship with Tom Scar? We've had a secret affair for many months. I like Tom. We don't see each other very often because he lives on the other side of Often, but yeah. Me and Tom. Frenzies. Wear your hobbit hair more often. No. We found your free web account. No. I tweeted my free web account and people still know the link. A vegan ate chicken. Okay, Zura, a bit late to the thing there, but you can have a coupon. What happened to Dan is not interesting. My side channel isn't meant to have updates on it. It's there as and when I can be bothered to make something that's appropriate for a side channel. I had thoughts of making things on my side channel, but then when I got a radio show and decided I wanted my Danisnotonfire videos to be good, I'm not going to have about 8 channels like I just did. Also, I'm incredibly lazy. This is what you need to remember. You can't come into my life. You can't let me into your life. You can't subscribe to my channel or like anything I do without accepting me as a person. And accepting me as a person means appreciating the fact that I am incredibly lazy and the worst procrastinator you'll ever meet. I mean, usually when I'm terrified of the wrath of an angry mob of the internet, if I don't upload something on time, that will make me edit the video until 5 AM until it's up instead of delaying it. But just remember that I'm the worst procrastinator that's ever lived. Ever. It's just who I am. My sense of humor wouldn't be the same if I was an efficient person. I feel like we're all made for each other. Mm. Have you ever had Bertie bots? They're disgusting. They are, aren't they? Seriously, I don't know why everyone's like, oh, there's the chance of me getting earwax jelly beans, and then they eat them and then complain that they're rank. Well, you know, you read the box, you know what was coming. I just got here, what did I miss? A lot, Sarah. So, I feel like we're in the swing of this now, guys. I'm going to say one more time, if you're here, what I do is I'm basically just reading the chat that's happening on the right, if you have no idea that's happening on this website. So if you want to be like all the cool kids here, typing and then not being allowed to type for about 4 hours, all you have to do to participate is log in the top right-hand corner, just click sign in with Facebook, and then skip so it doesn't tell your friends who you're stalking in your spare time, and then press become a fan, or be a fan down there. I think it's worth emphasizing again that I don't particularly like referring to my subscribers as fans, unless they want to. That's it's a beautiful thing about fandoms. Is if someone wants to identify themselves as in a fandom, that is a beautiful, wonderful thing, and I appreciate and love that person. But if someone's an individual and they don't want to be called a fan, then that's cool. You're just a person on the internet watching my videos. But on this website, you're a fan, whether you like it or not. So press the button. So, as you now have my undivided attention, and it's just me, you, and 12,000 other people, what do you want to talk about? Hit me with some topics that you'd like to discuss. Do you watch Hannibal? Not yet. No. I don't know whether I want to watch Hannibal. I'm not sure whether I like it. I only like the best things ever. Probably. Talk about Toronto. I don't know anything about 4 people just said something about Toronto. What would you name your subscribers? I used to say that my subscribers can voluntarily refer to themselves as dinosaurs if they want. However, collectively, when we're doing something that ruins the world in some kind of way, I like Llama Army. The only army where you're not required to do anything other than click once, because I appreciate the mutual laziness that I share with my audience. Do you watch The Apprentice? I've watched most of This Apprentice, but then I've just kind of stopped watching in the last few episodes. I don't know whether I'm going to catch up. I should, but too busy playing Animal Crossing. Talk about anime. My favorite anime of all time, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And then a bunch of people gave me animes for my birthday, which I've started watching. So thank you if you're one of the people that has sent me an anime to watch. Do you watch The Office? I watched all of the UK version, and I don't have Sky, so I don't get the US Office. But I've seen a lot of it. You played The Last of Us, said Chloe. No, I said at the start of my show, it's been here since my last live show. I think David Tennant is hot. Thanks, Louise, for asking me that question. Whatever your sexuality, gender, age, or creed is, it seems wrong to not think that David Tennant is sexy. He's just one of those people. Whether you like it or not, you just need to appreciate that he's a sex god. Are you really going to read the chair fic, said somebody. I think that my video would only be truly Danisnotonfire if I explored the most horrific corners of the internet. So, what kind of music do you like, said Whitney. I like all music. I think because my parents were quite young, they listened to dancey music. Or should I say dancey music, sounding like Sophie Ellis-Bextor. I literally like everything. I mean, I think, I don't know why, whether it's just like me or because of my parents, but I listen to as much rap as I listen to bands, as I listen to terrible pop music, as I listen to obscure Swedish electronica and classical. It literally depends on my mood. And Sleona, who wants a Spotify update, it's still Jesus. Do you watch Game of Thrones, said Sydney? Yes, it's probably my fave TV show. Phil got me all of the Game of Thrones books for my birthday, so I'm going to start reading them so I don't pull off my skin with anticipation. Ashley said, what happened with Capri Sun Gate? It's called Capri Sun, but British people say Capri Sun. That's where we went with that. Can we talk about Fall Out Boy, said Evie. They're really nice. If you ever meet Fall Out Boy in person, be excited, because they're really like the nicest guys ever. Do you have swag, said Tiffany. Ironically, probably not actually. How do you react to MCR's breakup? I was extremely, extremely sad because I really wanted them to make more music. Someone said, do you never get zits? No, I just never get close enough to the camera for you to see the volcano that is my face. Imagine if a fanfiction about you came true, said Brady. I'd probably film it and get lots of money. I'd sell it on DVD. My music teacher was bullied by Muse, said somebody. That sounds like a fun and random anecdote. What's your favourite colour, said Kaylee. My favourite colours are white, gold and black, which is the only shades of clothes that I own, funnily enough. You should watch Teen Wolf. Isn't like Teen Wolf, can a guy watch Teen Wolf, or is it just hot guys getting shirtless? Because would I appreciate Teen Wolf in the same way that you're probably appreciating Teen Wolf? Because whenever I see pictures of it on Twitter or Tumblr, it just looks like loads of hot, like topless guys getting changed, and I'm like, would I really enjoy this TV show in the same way that you lot are? I don't know. It's hot girls too. Oh, okay. It's going for the HBO factor. Topless everybody. Everybody's happy. Naked man butts, naked lady butts. Game of Thrones. Butts. Dan speaking Spanish. Spanish is one of the few languages of which I literally know about 0 words other than various kinds of food. I could tell you all the Spanish words that appear on a Mexican restaurant menu, and that's about it, afraid. When did you pierce your ears? Like 6 years ago? I don't know. Come to Brazil, someone said. Unironically, I think, which is amazing. I love a good, completely unironic, please come to Brazil in the chat. Speak Portuguese. I don't know any Guys, if you're telling me to speak anything that isn't German or French, I won't know how to speak it, unfortunately. Why did you want to pierce them, said Thomas. I got my ears pierced in an alternative way, rather than kind of like a chavvy, check out the bling kind of way, which is why I just wear black circles. I would have got my ears stretched. I really wanted to get my ears stretched, but I'm still not convinced that stitched up ears look good, and I'm a pussy, basically. I didn't, because as you guys know, who know my life story, when I was going down the hole, I'm totally going to become a lawyer route. Can you imagine being a lawyer with a big stretched ear? So that's why that didn't happen. That was the motivation behind it. Because I'm totally hardcore. That's me. Swagger than Kanye West and more hardcore than Metallica. Yet stay inside and have no social skills. Would you like to learn how to fly, said somebody. As in fly a plane? Maybe. Kind of scary. Kylie just said, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? I know what that phrase means. Did I tell you guys about the time I made my auntie and grandma watch the video for Lady Marmalade? Because that happened. Have I told you guys that story? My life. Oh dear. Speak German, please, said Annika. Ich habe dein Mutters Orgasmus zum Frühstück. Wer ist mein Calculator? Oh, what's it called? Taschenrechner? No, I haven't. Javera said yes. You have. Okay, short story for those of you who've already heard it. Me being a completely, incredibly stupid child. I was literally just, I am such a mentally thick person my entire childhood. Didn't realise it would be weird to show my elderly Christian grandma and great auntie a video of a bunch of French prostitute pop stars in their lingerie singing. And that happened. It was incredibly awkward, and I just didn't think until it was too late. And there I was sat for about 5 minutes as Pink and Christina Aguilera were just sat there in their see-through. Good music video though, am I right? That's a good song before Lil' Kim's face did all that stuff. What comes to your mind when you think of Canada? Peace and maple syrup and policemen in red things. You had what for breakfast? Wholemeal toast. Check me out because I ran out of milk. Why do people edit you with flower crowns? What is with the flower crowns? Can someone just explain to me what is with everybody on Twitter and Tumblr with the flower crowns thing? Did this come from anywhere? Is it like a specific joke? Or what is with the flower crowns? What did I miss? Someone said, it's that time in the show where you give yourself a quiff. Okay, Stephen. Oh, there we go. Windswept. Oh, God, I just look like some bad James Bond cosplayer or something. Oh, God. Yeah, is there any reason, or do people just think they look... Okay, everyone's just saying totally kawaii. Okay, I'm down with the flower crowns. If the motivation behind it is just kawaii-ness, then that's okay. Harry Styles was a trendsetter, was he? With the flower crown. Okay. Just cute? I appreciate it. I think it does improve most people. It's a joke on hipster photos, says Clara. Okay. Makes you look like a princess. Okay. You should come to Vancouver, said Jaden. Random. Okay. What happened to Dan Mail, said Rachel. I just stopped it after 3 videos 2.5 years ago because I got too much mail to reply to, and I felt it was unfair to have people keep sending me mail if I couldn't respond to everybody who sent me mail, because that's just how morally righteous I am. Nelson Mandela of YouTube post. Do you live with Phil? Said Zoe. Yes, because we like the same TV show and food. It's funny thinking about how many of your friends it would just go horribly wrong if you lived with. For example, I mean, how many of your friends do you think it would be great if you lived with, and how many of your friends do you think you'd hate each other instantly and never talk to each other again after living with them for about a week? So, lucked out there. Hi, Uncle Dan, said Adele. That happened. Have you been to the Lake District? I never have. I want to. Oh, yeah. Remember, guys, I think, is it this Sunday or something? Sorted Food. The guys that were in my beach video, my last video, are releasing their fridge cam video, which has a little bit of me and Phil in it at the end, eating frogs' legs and snails, which was an interesting experience. I won't spoil it for you, so I think that's happening. Sorted Food dudes who were super cool. Did you watch Skins yesterday? No, Angela, I said there was a mixed reaction from you guys. What's the story behind your shoes? What shoes? Oh, fuck. I left my shoes in France, and I keep forgetting to ring the bloody hotel. So I think my shoes are just gone. My shoes are just so dead and gone forever now, which is a shame, because I liked my white shoes, but now they're gone forever because I left them in France, and I've forgotten for a week and a half now to ring the hotel and ask if they've had my shoes. So they have definitely been eBayed the shit out of right now. They've been eBayed the shit out of. What's your thoughts on fan? I think that fan fiction is a great hobby. I'd rather my daughter was into reading and creative writing than snorting crack. So, I mean, seriously, when all these people talk like, is it right that young teenage girls are writing sexual fan fiction? What was your mum doing when she was 12? She was probably looking at porn magazines she found in the woods. At least we're reading the porn instead of looking at it, you know what I mean? It's a classier form of teenage inappropriate sexualness. I'm a social potato, said Chloe. I think you just represented everybody. Who's my OTP? Kim Ye? Definitely there. Is that giant poster of One Direction still in your bathroom? Yes, that will always be there, terrifying everybody. We're creating, creative inappropriate sexualness. It's the best kind. I think I was the last in the generation, because obviously now there is no inappropriate magazines. Well, you still get them on the top shelf. Who buys saucy magazines these days? Like, how awkward must it be to be like, I'm gonna get over 60s Triple X from 7-Eleven and just hand it to the lady behind the thing. It's like, what? Seriously, much easier to open an incognito window and Google boobs these days. Thank God for the internet. But I did actually find a dirty magazine in the woods once when I was like 10, and I was like, oh my God. And then it only happened once. And now it's just pop-ups that are probably hidden, minimized. That's what self-service is for. Yes, Ellie. Although some places like garages don't have self-service. God help us all. How did people buy condoms and stuff? Seriously, what? Like, it's so hard. People were like, okay, so I want to be a responsible human that uses family planning, but then if you factor in social awkwardness, I bet so many people risked pregnancy just because they were literally too awkward to hand the relative things to somebody. You know what I mean? I think more than anything, birth control has been helped by self-service checkouts in Boots in England, basically. Sex shouldn't be embarrassing, like someone said. It's supernatural. Sing, said a bunch of people randomly. No, definitely not happening. Have you watched... Oh my god, dropped my phone. That's okay. Just drop your iPhone on the floor. Order them from the internet. Who orders birth control from Amazon? I suppose you could. That's just very awkward. What do you think it's like buying tampons? Isn't, like, tampons and sanitary pads a bit easier, though? Because it's like, this is a lot of regular, whereas if you buy condoms or something, it's like, the guy's going to be looking at you like, someone's planning on having sex, and you're like, just, oh, I want to die. Awkwardness. It's not good. Sex with Dan. Let's change topics. I'm going to get in trouble. I drop my iPhone all the time. Yeah. Seriously, if my iPhone was a baby, it wouldn't be alive. That's the worst metaphor I've ever made. Will you give me an internet high five, said somebody. Yes, I will. Hey, that happened. Coolness. Why are we talking about sex, said somebody. We're actually talking about awkwardness, and then it just went on this tangent. I don't know why. Prank call Phil, said Sierra. Phil will be able to hear me in this apartment, wherever he is, whatever he's doing. Francesca said, my cat just puked. Did it do the thing where it went before it puked? I saw a video called Cats Puke to Techno, which was funny, which was cats heaving in time to EDM, which is just a beautiful piece of... My friend named his child Taco Bell. F off! No, he didn't. What? That's not good. Nice cat puke reenaction, said Reagan. Thank you. Yeah. I always favourite like the most random shit on YouTube. Seriously. Do the sexy end screen dance. Now, no, June. I'd probably get arrested. It's not the same. Thoughts on pugs? Super cute. A bit shame that they kind of have crippled faces from decades of inbreeding for the sake of being little bougie puppies. My cat pukes and he literally screams. That sounds traumatizing, a screaming cat. Dan, can you imagine a world without the internet? No, I don't think any of us want to imagine that. I think in many ways the internet ruined the world for this generation's teenagers and famous people whose entire lives will be plastered across the internet with no context whatsoever. But then we're all connected and we've got skateboarding cats and it's all worth it. I mean, who cares if the American and British governments are downloading all of our Facebook messages? At least we've got the skateboarding cats. That's fine. The world is definitely better because of the internet. I want to stay, but my mum's making me socialise. I feel so sorry for you. Hashtag pray for this person who said that. My mum says you're cute. Call me. It's all peas, Mum. You don't have my number, but you can find out my contact deeds. If you're not in a happy family, like home wrecker over here, check me out. You look about 7, said Samantha. I know. I'm going to look my age in about 3 years. I've always been 3 years behind. Don't worry if there's any late bloomers here that are in a bunch of 6-foot-tall all-boys schools and they look like a midget. I'm literally 3 years behind intellectually, mentally, and physically. So that's... Yeah. People are like, I have Gandalf beards in, like, the 7th grade. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I still have the face of a 10-year-old. That's cool. I should appreciate it before I'm 40 and I'm crying. What is the picture behind you, said Dina. It's Muse albums and singles. Da-da-da. I should face the... I'd say I'd face the other way. Oh, wow. A DVD shelf. That's exciting. Crazy, right? Dan, you're not American, said Paige. I know, but I like to give American references. The thing with American references, if I say a British store, no one will know what I'm on about. But if I say something like You know when you go to like 7-Eleven, everyone, no matter who they are around the world, will be like, oh, look, he means like a petrol place, yo. And by petrol, I obviously mean gas, yo. Let's get in the gas at 7-Eleven, getting the petrol from Esso. Someone said fix your eyebrows. My eyebrows don't need fixing. Did you go to an all-boys school? Yeah, I did. It was like fucking hell. Like everyone's school, no matter what it's like. Someone said, what's your blood type? That is such a specific question. Why do you need to know my blood type? I don't think I even know my blood type though, so that's all good. Can I touch your hair? Said Maddie. I wish, then I could maybe stop touching it. Do you even shave, Dan? If I wouldn't, I'd look like the kind of awful teenagers in The Simpsons. Unlike Gandalf. I obviously want to look like Gandalf one day. What is your craziest experience? Said Kaylee. That is a broad question. Animal Crossing, Anna, said Anna. Yeah, I'm going to show one more time for you. Oh yeah, there's I've got 2 Master Swords in my Master Swords. Stop bastardizing your heritage, Dan. What's your middle name? Said Katie. You can find that out from your friendly internet stalkers. What's your bra size? Says Ruth. Quadruple S. Celia D says, do you get much hate? I don't actually get much hate because I take the piss out of myself, so there's nothing left for people to laugh at. If my entire YouTube life is basically based around me saying all the awful things that happens into my life and asking people to laugh at me, then there's no room left to mock me because I'm inviting people to mock myself. It does wonders for my self-esteem. It really does. At least you guys often relate to it. Have you ever considered a tongue piercing? No. People with tongue piercings just end up going all the time. And as someone that twitches and fiddles and taps, I'd just be one of those people that's trying to hold a conversation and I'm going like some crazy perverted lizard. What's your favourite song right now? Said Grace. I don't know. Do you like piercings on a girl? I like whatever you want to do to your body. Unless it's like reptile transplant, that'd be a bit extreme. You'd look hot with a lip ring, said Morgan. And a lot of people think I wouldn't look hot with a lip ring. That's just how the world works. And yes, I did just say I fiddle. Because I'm just on a roll today with my mouth, aren't I? Can you do any impressions? Said Sarah. Yes, but I'm afraid of the critique of the internet. What's your phone wallpaper? It's always been the wave that comes with iOS. Nice wave. Don't know why. Just is. Said Emily W said, I'm 20 and I got ID'd for a 12 DVD. I aspire to be like you. Taylor Swift would be proud. Oh my god, Dan, you're so lame. Thanks, Vera. What are you doing this summer? Said somebody. I don't know. Looking forward to going to VidCon. Then I'll get to see all my American YouTube friends, and I'm going to make a bunch of videos with somebody. If I don't make a video with Tyler Oakley while he's still in London, I promise I'll definitely make one in LA. Needs to happen. And a few other people. I really want to make a video with Anthony at some point. Maybe some kind of Dan and Phil Smart crossover. Who knows? The possibilities are endless. What kind of straighteners do you use? Said Sarah. Totally heterosexual question. I use GHDs because they're the only things that work. I just used to have an awful life when I was 14 and I didn't want to look like a hobbit and I could only afford like £2 hair tongs from Boots that just made me look like a burnt waffle. He got engaged. I know, Tilly. Happy news, right? John Green. John Green knows who I am this time. So when I meet John Green properly at VidCon this year, I'm going to collapse at his feet, basically. So, yeah, when I go to VidCon, I'm just going to collapse in an uncontrollable emotional wreck at the feet of John Green. That's basically why I'm going to go over there. That's my main intention. You want to get married someday? Said Jane. I like to think so. Dan, how young are your fans? I found out an interesting fact today. Oh my god. guys, you might not even realize this, but I looked at my YouTube stats the other day, and over 45% of all of my subscribers are over the age of 18. What? What? Everyone likes to make 12-year-old girl jokes, but it turns out there's some crusty cooches watching my YouTube videos. Of course, that means that, like, if the extreme average is all under 18, the over 18 bracket is probably people that are 18, 19, 20, 21, and then there's probably a bunch of middle-aged ladies. Shout out to all the ladies watching me right now. But hey to all the young 20-somethings who are empathizing with my existential crises. You are a good influence. Am I, Olivia? I guess, yeah. Okay. I'm encouraging writing fan fiction rather than snorting crack is something I said earlier, so I guess that's a good moral. Someone's saying, now it's 12-year-olds that lie about their age to get the accounts. Yeah, I know, everyone used to... I think my YouTube age is 99 when I made my account, but I think since Google Plus and Facebook sign-ins happens, it's impossible to not use your real identity, said the crazy internet police who are stalking all of our things. Oh god, seriously, if the internet police are stalking my web history, I am going to have a rough future. Seriously. It's not going to be good. So, yeah. It's been a fun week. So the people that are asking, Sarah, okay, guys, Sarah G said she needs to pee, so I have to go. Okay, well, I'll go soon if Sarah G has to pee. I don't want her to explode. This has been fun. I don't want to go. God, these things go past so quickly. Unlike March to July, which has felt like 10 years. I don't want to believe. I don't want to believe. I don't want to leave you guys, but I don't want to keep you waiting. So I'm going to pop off in a second, but yes, I did call you crusty cooches. So you guys who are wondering, everybody wants me to, so I'm going to make a Tumblr tag video, and I will try to make it as worrying as possible. Just all the weirdest and scariest things, and just strangeness. I will try to include all of that. A video going through my Tumblr fandom's posts. That will be uploaded on Friday night. So if you're looking for the next Danisnotonfire video, Friday night. Hey! So that's cool. If you don't know who the F I am and wondering why loads of people are watching me call them crusty cooches, then you can hover your mouse. I'll teach you how to use this website. Hover your mouse over my face, and there'll be a button that says My YouTube there. If you click on that, it'll take you to my YouTube channel. If you already have a YouTube account, then you can click the YouTube button, which I think is the play button down there, to subscribe. The Twitter icon, Twitter button, if you want to follow me on Twitter. I do these live shows every Tuesday around 9 o'clock, unless I say otherwise, or I'm busy, or I'm ill, or I'm just really sad, and I'm too busy having an existential crisis to do one. And then my Facebook. So yeah, I will see you guys in the form of a video on Friday night, but this has been fun. I promise to not get all of my hair cut off tomorrow, but I won't touch my hair this much next Tuesday. That'll be cool. But okay, guys, have fun. Have good weeks at work and school or doing whatever you do, and I will see you Friday night. Okay, bye, guys. I'm just going to awkwardly stare until this closes now. Ciao. Okay, bye. Go have fun, eat vegetables, inhale natural air, be a Buddhist.